What's up everybody, it's Jackson Strong Dragon Training back again with another body weight workout for your arsenal. The pandemic is still continuing, more and more things are shutting down, and we want more and more workouts to do at home to stay healthy, to stay fit, and to not lose our gains, the ones we achieved from going day by day, week by week to the gym in the past. So while the gym stay closed, let's all of us hit the workouts within your living room. I have the advantage of a gym down here in my basement, but not to worry, you guys will not need a gym because as you saw in my previous videos, everything is just body weight. We don't need any kind of equipment, we don't need any kind of weights. All you need is your body and maybe some of the family members that want to join you and have some fun together. So let's start today, let's get right into it. It's going to be a very high intensity, high cardio workout. The first three exercises that we're going to do. Number one is going to be from a standing position, preferably feet just a little bit wide apart. We are going to go with the heels to the butt. Right, the back is going to stay as straight as possible and the heels are going to come, bring them in as close as you can to your butt. The second exercise is going to be reverse lunges with front kick. So the feet are going to start together, you're going to reverse lunge back, kick forward, reverse lunge, kick forward, and you're going to keep on going. Then you're going to switch to the other leg and do reverse lunge with kick. Final exercise of the first superset is going to be the opposite of the butt kicks. The knee raises up to the front, okay? So from the side, it looks like so. So what we're going to do, we're going to do 30 for each leg, kicks to the butt, 15 reverse lunges with kicks per leg, and then 30 again, knee raises to the front. So let's try that and see how it looks. We're gonna start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Very good. Reverse lunges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's switch legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Very good. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Whew. All right. So that was set number one. Very good cardio. As you can hear, I'm already starting to breathe hard from the first set. Ideally with these ones, 30 on each leg, 15 on each leg, and then 30 on each leg again. 20 seconds break, repeat that for 3 sets. Now, just a bit of a breakdown. For the heels to butt, or heels to hips, or whatever, what you're trying to get is to get the leg, or the heel rather, as close to your butt as you can without pulling the leg back. You want to stay in line so that your knee is aiming towards the floor every single rep, okay? Arms are going to be up tight, your stomach, your core is going to be tight. So not only are you hopping on the spot, but you're also getting a core workout while you're at it, keeping everything steady, okay? Back is going to be straight throughout the exercise, and you go back and forth, one after the other, landing softly with every hit on your toe, okay? You're not thumping down with every single rep, you're landing softly on your toe. The second one with the lunges, the reverse lunges, just to see me from the side a little bit, I'm starting with the feet together and reverse and kick, reverse and kick, okay? So what you're trying to do is you're aiming to get just enough length that you feel a minor, let me go on this side, a minor stretch in the leg that goes in the back, okay? So you feel a little bit of a stretch on the back leg, full body weight pressure on the front leg. However, you're not leaning forward like this. You're still keeping your body straight, chest out. Most of your weight, because of the separation and where your foot is, by the way, your toe needs to be right in line with your knee. So I know there's a lot of things to take into account when you're doing these lunges fast, but have somebody correct you if you can, so you can have a proper posture. You don't want your knee to fall forward, because A, you're gonna lose balance, B, you're gonna put excessive amount of pressure on your knee, which you don't need, okay? So you reverse back. This leg is in control of taking most of the body weight. This one is to stabilize you, keep you from falling back, and propel you when you're ready to go up. Boom, right? So you get a little bit of propelling from the back leg, but the front one lifts your body up. And then you go down, lift your body up, and then you go down, okay? Every single time you're trying to keep your body straight. And as you saw in my round, in my set, when I was going back, I had a few moments where I was a little bit off balance. That's the key, that's what we're trying to fight with. Reason why you're trying to get to go just fast enough so you have a little bit of that struggle. You engage that core and you struggle with yourself to keep straight, to stay in position and not tip over, okay? The last exercise is the knees to the chest. So when you lift this guy up, you are trying to go as high up as possible with the knee, okay? Now, ideally, if you can go and lift that knee close to your chest, good for you, do that. But that will vary from person to person based on flexibility. And by the time you get to 30, your legs start feeling like 1,000,000 pounds lifting them up like that. The quads over here are gonna start burning like crazy after a little bit. And when you're on your second set or your third set, you will find that the leg just does not want to come up anymore. But you are trying to force it to go as high up as possible. Now notice on this one, I'm trying to keep my body straight, almost leaning back a little bit, okay? Not leaning forward, not hunching over. Chest out, body straight, core again is engaged. Suck those abs in as much as you can. And when you land, again, you're landing softly on your toe, not. Hear that difference? So there makes a difference on your whole body vibration. It'll start hurting after a while if you stomp every single time you land. But if you go softly on your toe and cushion your fall, you have a better flow, your body will feel better doing it, and your joints will thank you for many, many years to come. Because there's a lot of damage on those joints when you stomp like that on the ground. So the first one, heel to butt, 30 repetitions for each leg. So each leg has to go 30 times, each heel to your butt. Second one is the reverse lunges with the other front kick, 15 repetitions on each leg. And the third one is the knees to chest, 30 repetitions or 30 times for each knee coming to your chest. Do those as fast as you can back to back. Take a 20 seconds break and then do it again break, and then the third time. So you're looking for 3 sets to do. Each of them have to have a 20-second break in between each of them. All right, guys, set number 2 or superset number 2. 3 exercises we're gonna do on the floor this time, okay? So I got my trusty mat. If you have a nice cushiony carpet, if you want to put maybe a towel, whatever you want to put in your home, doesn't really matter. This workout, or these exercises rather, are not going to necessarily require too much cushion for you to sit on. So the first one is going to be what I like to call V-stances. The second one is going to be the hip raises, not the hip thrust. There is a difference, and you'll see what I mean. And the other one is going to be dedicated strictly for your lower back, and I call it lower back extensions, or lying or horizontal rather, lower back extensions. So it's going to be 30 repetitions, 30 repetitions, 30 repetitions, 20-second break, repeat, 20-second break rather, and then repeat again. So again, we're aiming for 3 sets, but each and every exercise this time is going to have 30 repetitions. So the first one, it's pretty much for the abs, and your hip flexors and your quads are gonna all be engaged together to make this exercise happen at the same time, okay? So what you're trying to get, ideally you wanna have your hands out and just lift back and forth like this. Now, depending how good your balance is, how strong your core is, you may either put your hands on the floor over here and do the V stances. You may also put your hands over here in the back. Now, caution on this one, because if you don't bend your elbows at all, you're going to lose balance and you're going to just destroy this exercise and keep on falling down and tapping the floor. So what you're trying to get is bend the back elbows far enough. Be careful on your shoulder not to torque it out of position, and then be smooth on the exercise. Another thing you can do, if you have a towel or a mat like myself, you can grab the towel or the mat and support yourself like this, okay? So whichever way you want to do it, find a middle point, find a way to do this exercise. So really the only thing, besides your hands of course, that's touching the ground is your butt. That's it, okay? And build yourself. If you look into some of the workout videos online, you see the people doing it with their arms like this. Pretty much there's ways and ways to do this exercise, very, very difficult, okay? So that's the first one. The second one is the hip raises. Now this one is specifically to strengthen your hip flexors, your rectus abdominis, your core all together if you tighten it up and squeeze it, and of course your quads are going to be engaged yet again. So you're lying down, back is flat on the floor. The heels, the closer you bring them to your butt, the better it is, okay? So the further out you have them, the less of a movement you have, and the more you target into your hamstrings. Bring them a little bit closer, you push up, you target the quads, especially at the top. You're gonna feel a nice squeeze and stretch at the same time. I don't know if that makes sense, but you guys will feel it 100% when you do it. And when you're at the top, you have a better way to squeeze the butt. Now, if you go down a little bit more with the heels, you can have way better butt engagement on this one, and then the hamstrings are gonna tighten up. So reason for this is I'm gonna get you guys to switch halfway through. So do 50 with the heels closed and 15 with the heels away from your butt, right? Because this way we can target the entire leg muscle to flex and squeeze and stretch, but at the same time engage core and then butt at the same time. So for the first 15, keep your hands on the side, body is straight, you lift up as high as possible, squeeze the butt as much as you possibly can, and then make sure you feel a stretch right over here. You come down, don't let the butt fully land on the floor, tap the floor, boom up, tap the floor, boom up. After 15, get a little bit of distance from your butt with your heels, and then lift up again. In this position, you're looking to really drive the heels into the ground so you don't slip off, and when you're at the top, right in the back of the leg, everything is just squeezing and crunching and hurting, okay? Otherwise, the movement is the same. You lift up as high as possible, down. Lift up as high as possible, down. Now, the final exercise, before I do the full round with you guys, is going to be the lower back extensions, okay? Now, a lot of people do this one with the hands out and they lift fully and come down. I think they're called super bands. But what I want you guys to do is a little bit of a simpler version of this, okay? You're going to first cross your feet, okay? It doesn't matter which foot goes on top. So you're gonna cross your feet and keep the foot that's down, that's holding the other one that's back, grounded and planted into the floor, okay? So you're down, shoulders are flat on the floor, okay? So they go very deep and they touch the floor, your chin touches the floor as well. From this point, you pull shoulders back and lift as high as you can, then you let the shoulders go down again. Pull shoulders back and lift, go down. So see how I'm engaging the shoulders back on this one, not only lifting my chest to look up as high as possible, but I'm also pulling the shoulders back. This one engages the lower back like crazy and the entire rectus spinae around your spine. So you really, really engage it. Now this is kind of like the middle ground. The super bands are much harder, but I feel that requires a little bit too much concentration right now, and I just want you guys to focus on the lower back and the rectus spinae. That's it. Let's forget about the butt right now. We've worked the butt enough. Let's really focus on that back and do it right, all right? So let's go through a round of this one. Again, put your hands wherever you want them, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Very good. Next one, the hip raises. We're gonna start first with the heels very close to your butt, and let's do 15 of these. 1, 2, 3. Don't forget to squeeze your butt. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Notice my shoulders stay flat the entire time. I don't lift the shoulders. 15. Let's move the feet out more. No moment of thought. Keep going. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Very good. Whew. Those hamstrings nearly cramped for me over there. All right, let's get the other superset over here, or rather the other exercise. Cross my legs again, doesn't matter which one goes on top. Flat down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's absolutely critical to pull your shoulders back with every repetition. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Whew. Wow, that hits the lower back really well. And sometimes I find that if I do this one correctly, with the shoulders pulled back and squeezed back as much as I can, it'll hit the lower back much, much better. 30 of each of those, 20-second break. 30 again of each, 20-second break, 30 of each again. 3 sets in total, 20 seconds break in between. That's your second superset challenge. Alright guys, and the third and final set. So we've gotten the first superset was very, very cardio based, right? It was very fast, very high intensity. Once you've done that superset, you're going to take about 45 to 60 seconds break and go to the second superset on the floor, the abs and the lower back. So that's not so much a cardio portion that you're looking for, but more of a strength conditioning and stabilizing portion, all right? So that's gonna be a little bit slower paced than the first superset, but it's going to be more targeted, more dedicated towards each of the body parts, the abs, the hip flexors, the lower back, whichever one you're talking about. And I have a mosquito down here. Okay, that's great. I'll catch you later, don't worry guys. So what's gonna happen with this one is what I like to call a horse stance. Now, if anybody out there has done martial arts before, especially Kung Fu, I've done both karate and Kung Fu, and this one is something that they used to torture us with and kind of do it to strengthen our legs, our hip flexors, but also the whole core stability idea and the self-control. So we would do the horse stance for minutes and minutes and minutes and try to hold as long as possible. And by the way, I also won one of the competitions. I've got, I believe it was like 8 minutes or something like that of the horse stance. Anyway, I won first place on that one. Just wanted to brag a little bit there. But so today what we're going to try to do is the horse stance. But after 10 seconds of holding the horse stance, we're going to do standing side crunches, okay? Now, before I get into the side crunches, I want to point something out on the horse stances, which I don't necessarily agree from a biomechanics point of view, and something that some people can do and some people can't do. So I would say it's not necessarily bad, but it's not good for every single body that is out there. So one thing that they always try to force us to do in a horse stance, by the way, I keep saying horse stance, I never show you guys what it is. It's this posture right over here. So you stay nice and low on the hips, your quads or your femur is going to be parallel to the floor, and you're just gonna hold there with a straight body. Try not to go down like this, try to keep the body straight and no kind of support. Now, if you notice, my toes are going to be the ones that they always force us to keep them straight forward. which I can understand the idea, but again, I don't necessarily agree with from every single body out there point of view who could be doing horse stances, but won't be able to do it with the toes pointed forward. Reason why I say that is when I go down, my knees in particular, the kneecaps are going outwards a little bit. It's just my anatomical position. So when I go into a horse stance and I do it with the toes forced to be forward, I feel a little bit of torque in the knee, that I'm forcing the knee to kind of, if you guys know a little bit of the anatomy of the knee, yes, the knee moves this way, back and forward, but it also has a degree of torque that it allows to do left to right. And we're not talking much, we're talking about 5 to 10 degrees over here. Actually, 10 is even too much, I believe it was just 5 to 7. But regardless of which, the knee does have the ability to do a little bit of torque. And by me forcing to keep these toes and inwards as possible, first and foremost, I put a lot of pressure on the ankle because I'm trying to drive my toes into the ground to hold my knee from pulling my toe outwards as it wants to be. And that is why I always recommend to my clients, depending on how you're anatomically built, how your kneecap goes, I always suggest to prevent damage to the knee over time is to keep your toe, your big toe, directed in the same angle or same slope as the kneecap goes. So in my case, I would need from, let's say this is the going straight forward to toes at 0 degrees, I would need about a 20 to 25 degree opening of my toes to be able to complement my knee. Okay, now from that position to really engage, there's a little bit of a trick to this one. To really engage the glutes and the hamstrings, you want to readjust yourself. So step number 1, you put your toes in line with your knee. You go down and you engage your hips. From here, move your heel just a little bit outward. So yes, I am asking you to torque now the knee just a little bit. So move your heels outwards until you start feeling a little bit of tension on the knee. Okay, now that may be that you twist your foot so that your toes are straight. For other people, it may be that you just twist it a little bit or maybe not at all. So this is why I want you guys to protect your knee, because I've worked with a lot of people that had knee problems and knee problems upon knee problems. I've seen so many knee problems in my day, it's just unbelievable. And to put this so much torque on the knee when you already have knee problems, you're just asking for trouble. So rather than forcing yourself from the beginning to have the toes straight, start with the toes pointing in the same direction as your kneecap. Then when you're at the bottom, move the heels just a little bit more outwards until you start feeling that tightness in the knee. When you do, you stop. That's your horse stance position. So whether that is here that you're straight or whether that is here that you're out, listen to your knee. I want you guys to get a workout out of this and to get yourself healthier, not to damage your knee more. Okay, so be very wary about that. So what I'm going to try to get you guys to do is, first off, you're going to go down here and you're going to go 1, Mississippi 2, Mississippi 3, Mississippi 4, Mississippi 5, Mississippi 6, Mississippi 7, Mississippi 8, Mississippi 9, Mississippi 10. Once you get to 10 seconds, keep the arms up front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what you're trying to get out of that is a sumo squat, lifting the leg up and slightly crunching at the same time. So what I'm doing with that is engaging my rectus abdominis, engaging my obliques by lifting the leg up, crunching sideways a little bit and twisting. So I'm trying to do this with my upper body as I'm crunching and twisting towards my knee. Your goal is essentially from here to go 1, 2. It's like you're trying to reach your nose to your knee, okay? That's your goal if you want to think of it that way. So you gotta twist enough and crunch enough to aim your nose, the tip of your nose, to your knee, all right? So ideally, it looks like this. Horse stance, boom, you're engaged. 1, Mississippi 2, Mississippi 3, Mississippi 4, Mississippi 5, 6, Mississippi 7, Mississippi 8, Mississippi 9, Mississippi 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the horse stance again. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10, and then again you go with the knees up. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to hold a total of 10 horse stances, and then 10 times doing 10 leg raise on each side with the crunch. In total, you essentially do 5 on each side, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But you're doing 10 horse stances, 10 seconds each, back to back, with 10 knee raises to the side to engage that core. So going back and forth, even your kids can try that one. It's a very easy exercise, and it doesn't put any kind of unnecessary pressure rather on their joints or ligaments or anything like that, because unlike us, which are older, kids have a much better strength and flexibility to go down deeper in the squats. So their joints are not as rigid, as tight, and as damaged as people in their 30s, 40s, even some of them early 20s, you know, have these knee and joint injuries, well as kids, if your child is maybe 8 or 10 or 15, try this with them and see which one of you can get to those 10 horse stances first with the best possible posture out of it. There's no other superset after that. There's just that one time that you try to get through from horse stance number 1 to horse stance number 10. And I bet you that you're gonna have to stop at least once or twice throughout, because your legs will start burning. And not only are you holding that position, and remember, you can't do this. You can't do this. Your arms have to be completely off of your legs every single time you do the horse stance. And after you hold that, then you're asking your leg to lift itself up, and as you're going down, you're squatting back down and then lifting up, and then squatting back down and lifting up. So there's a lot of tension and torture going on those legs over there. And so there you have it, guys. Another workout to add to your arsenal and to start going back and forth between the ones that I provided, and to keep you healthy and moving at home and keep you guys in that active state so you don't become a nice little vegetable or eggplant or anything you want to compare yourself to on the couch and watching TV all day long. Get your kids involved. As I mentioned, these workouts, I showed you easy stuff. I showed you harder ways to do exercises. Today in particular, it doesn't really require too much of a change if you're trying to make it easy. I mean, there's just a little bit of a different positioning and things like that. So that's why I mean this workout is friendly for the entire family. Even your kids can do it. Just make sure with them that they don't do something really wrong to actually damage their joints or their knees or anything like that. So kind of be watchful of them, but to a certain extent, they can even do the moves as well. Just make sure you supervise them and have fun with it, you know. If you think maybe you can go faster, maybe you can go slow, but the whole idea is get your heart pumping, get your heart running, get your blood pumping throughout the muscle, and keep yourself in a well degree of shape, because most people are kind of okay when it comes to holding themselves back from eating maybe. So yes, you are on this lockdown, this quarantine period of time, and you're trying your best to not eat unhealthy, you're trying to keep yourself well maintained with the food in the kitchen, but then when it comes to burning the calories and actually doing the exercise, things like that, you start falling behind. Oh, maybe I'm not going to do it today, or I don't know what to do, or things like that. So these workouts come into hand. Get the whole family involved, get yourself active and moving, and then that together with the eating, and then together maybe with a little bit of cardio, going outside or running up and down your stairs if you have it in your house, you're going to do a nice complete workout and keep your body moving and active for when everything blows over, and you'll be able to go back to the gym. So you don't start from square one, you start maybe a couple of steps behind from where you used to be when you actually lifted weights and went beast mode in that gym. Okay, so I hope you guys liked this video. I hope it made sense. And again, just like with my previous ones, if you're not sure about an exercise, if you're uncertain, maybe you don't agree with an exercise, please leave me a comment below and let me know. I'll be more than happy, again, like I said in the last one, to send you even a private video. I don't mind. I'm here to help you guys. Strong Dragon Training is here to provide help and assistance and guidance. That's always free. So follow these videos, ask me directly to a comment, and if you want, we can go and direct message or maybe email, or I can send you a video to give you more explanation, or maybe if you have an injury and you're not comfortable doing an exercise, you can ask me, and again, I can send you something private to give you an idea of what you can do to complement that injury or to not make that injury any way worse. So I'll be more than happy to do that, guys. And of course, all these workouts are free. I'm not gonna charge or anything like that to give you advice and give you a little bit of guidance. It will be my pleasure to help you guys out with that. All I'm going to ask you guys is to subscribe to this video. It would really mean a lot to me to help me out and put more videos out there, because I personally believe that this could help a lot of people out there. But I will be posting more. My goal is 3 to 4 of these bodyweight workouts per week now, especially during these more difficult times that we're all stuck inside, and some people are not even going to work. I can't even go outside. But a way to keep your immune system up and to boost your immune system and to keep that blood flowing is the best way to do. Yes, you're eating healthy. Yes, you're staying away from people who are infected, but working out and movement and physical activity is just as important as everything else to keep yourself healthy and your immune system up. Thank you guys for watching this video. My name is Dragos from Strong Dragon Training. Push until you hit a wall and then break right through it. I'll catch you on my next one.